Alright. Alright. Check it. Hello. How's everyone doing? Is that working? That looks like that is working. That's all we need. Mic's working. Everything else will take care of itself. Sunday stream. Never been live on a Sunday in a while. We'll see. Is everyone still in bed, recovering? I tell you what. Oi. Hello, Chris. Alex, hello mate. Got chat over here today. At some point pretty soon I'm gonna have to switch to the SM7B because I'm gonna load up some different Ableton sets other than the stream setup. So we'll see how that goes. Get everything settled in here and go. Hello mate. What's happening? You good? Bart? Look at that. There we go. Okay, let's check the mic. I'm doing good too, mate. Well, actually, you're asking a question there. Doing good. Not bad. Got some tea here with single origin cacao powder in it, apparently. Tastes like kind of like a hot chocolate without the sugar. Pretty good. Yeah, I like it. No sugar. Yeah, had a bit of a chill day so far. Just had a bit of a sort of gym session. And hello, Melody King. The King of Melody is here. Right, let's close this window down. We don't need that anymore. Close that down. No sugar. Ha. That's definitely a default chili. We know that. Alright, let's move this around. Oh shit. The cover fell off. The magnets are failing. There we go. The magnets have unfailed. Jitterman guitar, is that right? Jitterman guitar. That looks like a very nice guitar. Okay. Didn't turn the pedal board on. Do you guys want the pedal board camera? Should we turn it on? Why not? Why not, eh? Just in case. What have you guys been up to this weekend? One thing I did last night, other than a lot of hours of playing, I've been playing a lot recently. Been really cranking up the pace on the fingers. But I watched the latest episode of Pluribus. Very good. Very good. Enjoying that show. Not enjoying this GoPro not responding though. GoPros are so temperamental. By far the most temperamental camera. But been trying something pretty cool though. We'll leave the GoPro out of action for now. Been working on like a follow-up. I know we were playing around with the backpack, the portable rig. This here is super duper cool. I'm enjoying this. This is 120 hertz 4K 120 capture card. Maybe that's Thunderbolt or certainly high bitrate USB-C. That's cool. And then sticking this into an iPhone 17 Pro and then taking the HDMI out of it using the Black Camera camera app. Hello, Radbrad. And I've only done a little test with that setup because the idea is basically like this is the video capture side of things, and take a couple of wireless Shure lapels and you just kind of clamp your phone onto this stand. Obviously this stand comes down. Probably don't even need the handle. I'll investigate taking this handle off it because it's got a thing on it anyway to adjust the angle without this handle to do that. And could be cool. Oh, GoPro's just woke up. So I've been experimenting with that, and so far, just testing it out, like sending 4K into Ecamm. It's like, it's difficult to tell if it's not a DSLR. It's pretty damn good. So that's been a fun little experiment. Thomas, technical question. Did you ever use Windows with this virtual rig plugin setup, and how was the reliability? I didn't get that far with it. Yeah, I stopped using the sort of i7 rack system maybe like 5-6 years ago. I did experiment a little bit with the equivalent of loopback. The only loopback that I use on this setup is for the music to come into the stream. Anything to do with the guitar, it doesn't touch software loopback. It only uses either hardware loopback or a separate audio interface. So that way, because when you use like virtual routing devices, they add like a layer of additional latency. I love your playing a guitar tone. That's why I'm here. Well, welcome. Thanks for joining us, and thank you very much. Yeah. But with the way that I am routing this stuff here today in terms of using two audio interfaces, I don't see why there'll be any reason why you couldn't do exactly that on a Windows based operating system, because there's nothing specific. The only thing that I'm using that is specific is the Ecamm Live streaming software. You'd have to use like OBS on a PC. Look at that, it's the troll. You know, I sometimes see troll when I'm out and about. You know, sometimes I'll just be in the local shopping center. I'll see troll doing something random. He gets around. Oh, that camera looks like it's set for wide focus when there's me and Hutch. Now that I'm in the middle, it's like it's looking for two people either side. So we'll keep an eye on that. But let's fix this. And we'll get into some playing. Gonna learn some songs hopefully today, or at very least get the structures nailed down. So NAMM show was not really planning on going, but something super cool came up, and you're gonna see a really great announcement, which I'm really excited for. Around the NAMM time, and ultimately I'll be going to NAMM, and along comes NAMM performances and fun stuff. So the purpose of today will be to play some, or get like a good feel for tracks that I've never really performed in a live scenario before. Some fun stuff, some challenging stuff. Jenna, hello. And yeah, so I think it'll be a blast. I really want to play Pseudo. That's got a lot of energy and some really exciting solos. I know I did a lesson on McRocklin.com, and I totally forgot the solo again. It was so difficult, but it came back pretty quick. So I think today, the NAMM tracks here, I'm gonna try the Pseudo, but the thing is obviously it's got a lot of other solos on it, so I might end up chopping it up and kind of making or sketching out some kind of like a, I don't know what the name is. What is the best name for it? But like a what is it when you put like 3 or 4 tracks together? It's a goddamn banger. It's a fun track. It's very challenging. It's like a big dream, a dream of mine to go to NAMM. That'll be so much fun. Yeah, it you know, I think if you're going for the right reasons, for sure it is a mashup, kind of like a mashup. Maybe it's a mashup. There's another word for it. A medley, compilation, layering, you know, that kind of thing. Yeah. We're all roughly on the same track, you know, but yeah, like a medley. All right, I guess that's the closest way to describe it. But for sure I'll have to trim out some of the, you know, the excess stuff in Sudo. But what I wanted to do was just play a little bit today, and I'll load up the Sudo backing track project, and I made a preset because when I recorded Sudo, there wasn't like Nunchuck or Loomis, and those are great tones for Sudo, because the gain solo, the main solo on Sudo, it's like this slightly overblown bass end, so you really get this kind of juicy fat tone. It's very fun. But I remember when I made that tone originally, it was a little bit of a faff, but now we can do it in a single plugin, which is super, super cool. Right, let's see, GoPro. Go and Pro, is it that? And that, and that, and that, and that, and that. There we go. There we go. That's all we need. Maybe it's not perfect, but if we do need to see it, we can do it. Right. Also, we need to focus that camera, sorry. Using a lot of manual focus recently. Slightly out. Let's get it in, guys. Slightly out, but which way is it out? Hold the guitar and focus yourself. Okay, maybe about there. That looks a bit better, doesn't it? Alright, that'll do it. If you're talking powerful low end, I'd expect Nunchuck. Nunchuck is the one that I was using, yeah, so it should be good. This is graphene, by the way. Also, I've made some really, really cool tones for Loomis that I'm going to show you in a bit. I think I'll end up using those in a track or a performance as well. It's sounding sweet, yeah, for sure. It's really nice. So let me load up Loomis, and so I've been using a different guitar that you haven't seen before, and but I can't say anything, you know. Can't say anything about that. It's a triple neck Gibson. Can you imagine that? 3 neck Les Paul. It's the Troll signature model. Hello, Plebby. I'm practicing for a live show too. Oh, very nice. Where are you playing? Oh, that seems to be working all good. Every string in E flat. Yeah, that would be the way. All right. You're lying. Let me manually load up this tone, and we'll see how it translates the day after. So it's users, I think it's called Sonic Crunch. Yeah, lots of gain. Juicy. Got a solo version of it as well, which is set up just a little bit different. Oh, that's cool. That is nice, I like that. Where's the sonic lead? Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, that's not sonic, that's a soft lead, but that's nice too. I thought there was a sonic lead. I don't know what happened to that. Sonic ambient, sonic crunch. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's cool. Well, that's the day after I made these, like, I think it was last night, so they're definitely working. Right, so we're gonna try and get the main hooks, I guess, of a track called Pseudo down. So, it's time to save this stream setup and load Pseudo. Check the guitar lines, and I think Pseudo's not too bad, actually. I spent a few days just getting roughly there. I think it's pretty good. So we'll save this set, and I'll open up the Pseudo temporary sort of jam set, and then we'll maybe move on to something like Tribal. I think Tribal might be a nice track, but the thing is with Tribal is it's very jam orientated. There's lots of guitar edits, but the sort of vibe and production of Tribal is really nice. It could be a good one. Alright, gonna switch over to a different mic as well, because I guess I could. Let me just try something. This entire SLXD, I'll copy that channel into the other channel, into the other Ableton set. We'll see if that works. If not, we'll jump on a different mic. Right, let's try this. So I'll be offline for just a second here. Pseudo. Save. Jack 1, 2, okay, so we should have the mic back in, and it's on a different Ableton project here. And what I'll do is I'll do a little side chaining on it as well, so the side chains work correctly. So let's say input, and that, and guitar, okay. Alright, this is what it's looking like. Might be a little bit quiet actually, so let me just boost that. So you hear that it has a lot of bottom end on it, right? It's a hefty sort of sound. Let's take a listen to the original track here, which I have. Is the mic working okay in this set? Because this is a totally different Ableton setup here. Hey Jamie, what's up, mate? Just learning a couple of McRocklin Hutch tracks and maybe something else for a NAM thing. Yeah. Something pretty cool going down this year, so I'll be excited to go over. We're gonna meet. Oh, okay, there we go. It's happening. It's all going down at NAM. We got Timmy Hutch here as well. Hello, Timmy. Timmy, is it been a new car day kind of day for you or not? All right, here we go. Listen to the original track. Alright, so that's the backing track version. Let's listen to the solo. That's the first solo, so I think I've pretty much got that one down. Let me switch to the backing track version and see how muscle memory is working. Last time I played this was yesterday. Alright, let's try it. Where's my tone? There we go. Okay, so this is really interesting. I was originally going to do a hypertune version of the slide down, but now I feel like it's not really required. I think I can do it in terms of there's this little section. I'll show you what I mean. It's like it's kind of like that. But originally I was doing it with hypertune, so I was drawing the notes in, and now that I'm playing it live, I think I can probably do it without hypertune, but maybe I'll do something at the end. So right here we have this little, it's more for the octave up, Chili, than actually, I'm going to just delete that automation and we'll try it again. But right at the end, I'm going to do something because what I'm going to use hypertune for is to jump up an octave, so I don't need to do 2 pick scrapes. Let's try it. You'll see what I mean. So let's try it again. Okay. Okay, so you heard at the end there, I went to the B string instead of the octave up. So that means, well, it doesn't mean anything. It's just jumping up an octave, but it just means that I wouldn't have to do the extra pick scrape. But I do like it. I do like it. The first one. So, okay, let's try it one more time. I think that feels pretty good. That's probably the most comfortable I've ever felt playing that solo. I don't feel like I mean, it's challenging, so it's easy to make a mistake, but I don't feel like I'm struggling with the muscle memory because it's like a tongue twister, right? So I feel pretty happy about that, actually. Why not do it on split to match the F1 right before it? Say again, why Why not do it on the split to match the F sharp right before it? You might need to explain that a little bit more. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that means. Let's move to the next solo. And then we'll start chopping up this track a little bit as well. So here's the next solo. Tongue twister for sure. So let's switch to the backing track version. And again, this is using the pseudo lead preset that I made. Seems to match it very well in terms of there was a lot of production on the guitar tones that was on the original track. And now this is just this. The bridge split, the F1 has the bridge splittle jangle. Oh, no, so there's a single note, which is, right? And that's a different type of tone. And so that bomb is a rhythm track. It's not part of the lead track. Bomb. It's part of the backing track. So is that what you're talking about? But I don't want the lead to have any splits in it at all. I just want the full creamy bass, thick lead tone. If we're on the right track, Alex. If I've caught you wrong, then I'm sorry. We're gonna have to just. Oh, that's not part of the solo. Yeah. The oh is a rhythm part. Yeah. So. Yeah, because to try and do that, split up low and then get back to the lead, it's not gonna happen. And it was recorded separately to be part of like the rhythm. So that's why it's on the backing track. Okay, let's try the second solo. So this one's quite interesting because it starts with the flutter. Oops. Oh, and then it's got that fun slide. Starts on the second beat. Lots of little pinched harmonics as well. Let's try it. Let's try it. And try the rhythm just a little bit straight and a little bit less swing, because I think the record is more straight. Let me move that camera along just a little bit for you guys as well. Oh, sorry guys, making you feel... Yeah, that's better. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I feel pretty okay. Let's try it again. Yeah, this is not too bad. This is pretty solid. Oh yeah, gotta be careful with that slide in. Okay, I'm happier than I thought I would be. I'm all right with this. What's going on here then? Let's catch up for a second. Hey Thomas, hello Brack. So what happened with all your Kiesel guitars? Chili and Tony got together, and it was Bonfire 2025. They said they needed some firewood, and now they're all gone. All right, the way you do pinch harmonics and that, the taste, the way you do pinch harmonics and the taste you implemented with them, it's bloody fascinating. It is, it's an interesting, because the pinched harmonics on the G string at that location, you don't have a lot of sort of room for error with the pinch, you know. So yeah, Metallica riff. I don't even know any Metallica riffs anyway, so you probably wouldn't have a a very good time watching me try. Yeah. So I guess that answers the Kiesel thing. Braxel. Firewood for Chili and Tony. Some of them is in the office as well. Yeah, so that solo overall, I'd say it's like a 7 or 8 in terms of challenge, and the biggest hurdle for that solo is not how technical it is to play, but to keep the flow of it in terms of, because it's so heavily on question answer type of playing. If you make a slight mistake on one of the lines, it's very easily going to knock you off track, you know? Troll, that would be so good. The Kiesel won't be a NAM. But I would love to do it just for the crack anyway. Phew, glad I didn't order a Kiesel. There you go. More Strandbergs need some place on the wall. Yeah, don't you worry, guys. Don't you worry, okay? Don't you worry. Yeah, but in all seriousness, just as an example, learning the pseudo solo on this guitar, it has made it easier for sure. It was probably one of my top 3 most challenging solos to play previously. But I don't know if it's just because I've been playing a lot recently. My fingers are probably in the best playing shape that they have been in a while. But also this guitar is helping, I think. I just really dig it. It's so comfy, so light to play. I love now just going sitting on the couch and just like the end of the day, I don't have like any buttons that I push. I just load one tone, usually on nunchuck, and I just practice like for like 90 minutes straight playing. And it's just like great to have that type of instrument and guitar that lets you do those guitarist things, you know, where we drift off, nothing else matters sort of style. Hey, isn't that a Metallica track? Something like that. But you know what I mean? Like it reminds me like of the good old days where just playing for the sake of playing and working on things just because you want to get better and improve. This guitar's really helped to bring some of that stuff back, or a lot of it back. So really cool. Speaking of really cool, that T is getting really cool. Anyway, so I think both of those solos are pretty much like as good as they're gonna get. So with the pseudo track, there is like other parts of the song where it's like pure ripping. Now, I might check out some of the themes in terms of, let's turn it down just a little bit. Yeah, the strap does sound amazing. It's really cool. So there's lots of spaces where in a live scenario, you know, we could just like get into some kind of clean funk sort of side. There's like space for that, I reckon. Then I mean, what would you say? I mean, I think if we go to the backing track and come out of that section. Riffs kind of work, and there's not a lot of riffs. There is a guitar in the background, but I think I could make that section a little heavier. What do you guys think? The wizard will come and play a solo. I don't think so. I don't think so, but that would be kind of fun. Oh, what is a new icon here? What does that do? Start a poll? Oh, Ooh, okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna keep the entire Jordan Rudess solo. I think the first one, because it's only like 8 bars. The second main one, yes, but there's like a long third solo. Let's go back to the full track. When I go to the full track, I'll just turn it down a little bit so we can kind of speak. Heavier is always welcome. Yeah, I think there's opportunity to do leads, like melodic sort of stuff. Yeah. Okay, so that's where like Tim's solo kicks in. And obviously I'm not going to play Tim's solo. Let's go to the next part. And then, yeah, so maybe I'll jump into a little bit of the Jordan Rudess solo. I love your third solo. I used to be, okay, let me check that out then. So the next part, well, the next solo after Jordan's solo is my solo, and let's check that out. I really like that part of Jordan's solo, so maybe it's from around that section is where we could chop it down to. Oh yeah, I like that. Kind of like that sort of style. It has a harmony on it, doesn't it? Okay, that's interesting. So let's see if that back end. Ooh, that's an interesting line. I really like that, how the... Oh, okay, sorry. I was soloing some tracks, okay. If it happens again, let me know and I'll change to the SM7B, which will never turn off. Okay. When the music's playing, it's probably sidechaining the mic, which means I can't talk over it, but we'll keep an eye on that if I'm doing a lot of talking over the track. I like that line. Let's see what that is. So that's like 2 tracks, it's 2 takes. That's the first take right here. Okay, string skipping time. Oh gosh, oh gosh. Okay, so I know where it starts and I know where it ends, I just don't know the bit in the middle. Let's have a listen to that. Oh yeah, that's difficult. I remember that bit. I really like that line. And then it's off into the distance with the sort of melodic, which is just swamped in reverb. All right, hey, Tim's still here. What's up? Okay, let's try this line here then. It's pretty challenging. Sorry. Okay, we're gonna loop that section. Okay, so like I said, I think I know where it starts and where it ends up. Let's try it. Okay, I'm gonna try without the track. It's gonna sound terrible because I'm not 100% sure, but oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Time Prophet. We've often missed you around the streams and so on, and yeah, that's really sad to hear, mate. And I hope you're doing okay. Throw myself back into the guitar. Yeah, that's a great thing to do, I'm sure. And obviously give any of us a shout on Discord if there's anything that you're struggling with, man. We're all here for you, buddy. I'm just sorry that you have to listen to me play these solos whilst I learn them. They're not going to be the best for your ears right now. That's so quick. It's something like that. It's kind of like that. It's got to be 3 notes per string. It must be like. If you listen to the track, the non-backing track version. No, I haven't done tabs for that. Yeah, it's bursting into the 3 notes per string. Oh. Yeah, I think it's like that. And then it has to switch position right there. Yeah, and then that part we can kind of keep the main melody, but it's got space for some kind of improv thing, yeah. But yeah, I like that string skipping thing, and the string skipping is also 3 notes per string, so it's like... And then if you think like right here, basically the track's in F sharp minor, so if we're just following the natural progression of A minor. You know, there's no outside notes and stuff like that. Whereas the earlier solo has a very distinctive sort of theme. It leans a little bit into the harmonic minor. This note right here is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The raised 7. So it's like the main theme of the solo. It's hitting a little bit of harmonic minor. Right there, that note there. Yeah, you need to have that stop before the pick slide. And then... Yeah, which I'm going to swap that section out for a hypertune pitch version instead of doing 2 slides, because my picks will just be roasted. Yeah, okay. Pretty interesting. So I think... What? Oh yeah, the solo lesson is on McRocklin.com. I loaded it up the other day. Yeah. Time profit, that is so true. I have a pile of picks on that side of the desk, which are all just like picks scraped out. Yeah, if you are a member of the McRocklin.com site, both of the main solos are available with backing tracks and stuff, so you can go through it line by line. It's quite interesting as well, because in those lessons, it goes more into the approach of writing the solos as well. So I think a lot of people sometimes, anyway, struggle with the theme, and that can be the hardest part, because once you have like the theme, then it's easier to start. But if you just start with like the same familiar notes and sort of patterns that you always go to, then you end up with the same kind of solo that you always write. And I knew with Pseudo that I wanted to have it's very quirky but charming and also very aggressive type of solo, and it's reflected in the verses a lot because it's a very dry. There's no ambience on it and delays and stuff, you know. So it's a very fun solo. Hello, Sean. So I'm gonna load the backing track version just one more time and go back to that version and see how muscle memory is working. I'm not sure if I'm gonna learn the shreddy melodic stuff like note for note, because I think other than the sort of melodic parts, I think the main parts of Pseudo is the 2 verse solos. That's got the complete vibes, you know. Thomas, program, plugin, graphene can. Hi Doc, hello. Well, right now I'm using Nunchuck for this tone. This is it's actually a Pseudo lead. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, for sure, Alex. That's kind of like what I'm thinking. And then, you know, in a live scenario, I like a bit of space to go off on one a little bit, you know. Okay, let's go to the backing track version. Let's give it a shot from that point. See how it goes. there. That's exactly what I was talking about. So even though it was just one note out and it was just pushed up in the scale, it can have a knock-on effect in terms of, like, the question has been changed slightly, right? So even though no one would probably tell, because it's not a mistake, it's just I was one note ahead in the scale. For me, I think it's one of those tracks where just it needs to be kind of note for note. That's where I'm going to probably keep in that hypertune shift. So let's have a listen to that. What that's going to allow me to do is go... You can actually hear the automation is kicked in right there. So listen out for that. Right there, you heard at the end that it jumped up an octave using a hypertune, and I kind of like that. It's going to save me flying around to the real high stuff in a live situation. So let's go to that second solo and see how the muscle memory is working for that. Yeah, need a bit of space off the desk because we do a back flutter on that one. So yeah, so that's one place where it could go wrong, is that 2 to 3 slide. And I really like that lick. It's like, it's a really interesting way of using string skipping, because we're sliding with the second from that D to the B to the A, and then sliding down with a third, and then going back and forwards with the 4, 3 and 4. And then the pause, and then to come back on the second beat of the bar. A little bit more string skipping there with hybrid picking, and then the bang, bang again. So I kind of like how some of that solo starts on the second beat of the upbeat, and uses string skipping with hybrid picking in a really interesting way to get to those additional notes. So I'm going to try that one more time. I like that. It's so fun. And we have the little sort of splash of chromatics in there as well, and it's kind of almost to add comedic value. I know it's like, what do you mean by comedic value? But it's obviously, this solo is not taking itself too serious. It's not just going, you know, it's not just blazing and wailing. It's trying to stick to a sort of fun theme, and in my eyes, the chromatic descending bit is more like the clown getting electrocuted. Okay, I tried that. It sounded like a toaster being murdered. I don't know what that was from. But yeah, this oh no, it's a bit earlier. Oh yeah, second solo. It's that line there. Yeah, clown electrocuted is exactly it. and the pinched harmonics has to kind of match the backing track. Anyway, I think I'm glad that that solo has sort of it feels like it's sort of settling into muscle memory, you know. Buddy Nova, what's up? Does that string skipping with hybrid picking go from 13th on the G? Is it on the second solo, Alex? 13th's on the G? Oh, okay, yeah, okay. I see the bit that you're talking about. You're talking about this bit, right? Bang. The slide with the second. That's exactly the record version. So it's like F sharp minor right here. We have the kick, and then it's so it's bang. So we'll pick the first note. And pick the first note and the high E string on the F note is hybrid picked or plucked, you know. Yeah, warmed down my pick actually. Yeah, so yeah, it's kind of like a fun, quirky solo, but it really, I think, it sets the tone for the track. So I think to save you guys from getting fatigued with this track, I'll jump over to some of the ideas I was thinking about with Tribal, and it'd be really interesting to hear what you guys think about what parts to keep, what parts to learn, what parts to sort of improv on. So let's load that project up. Oh, okay, we'll copy the mic over as well, because that project doesn't have a mic on it yet. Pseudo, what is the other track called? Tribal. Oh, wait a minute. I don't even know if I saved that version. I might just have to load the Tribal. Another track that I really wanted to do is Rude. Now, I had such a nightmare with Rude, and it's one of my favorite tracks off the Press Start McRocklin Hutch album. So, at some point, Hutch has sent me Rude over, and what normally happens is he would do like a rough sketch, and then I would record guitar parts, start working on the production and so on. And I don't know what happened, but between me starting to work on the production, and then we also had D Rich on that track, and so we prepared a version for a challenge, a solo challenge, but between those two versions, I know there was a crash and I couldn't load the project, but at the same time, now I can't even find that worked on project with all of the actual guitar parts. But I see lots of individual projects where I've recorded the solo, I've compiled D Rich's solo. I've since been able to get those. Those were on the NAS, on a backup from the previous iMac, so I guess the track Rude was done on the last iMac rig, and then at some point I've switched to this Mac Studio, and I've brought a lot of the stuff over. But there's been some issues obviously during the process of that one. So sorry for asking so much. That's all right. I've been these solo be a bunch of while. Okay, no, it's not a problem at all, mate. It's not a problem at all. Yeah. So with Rude, I have. Almost like the finished version, but minus the voices and the sort of car engines and all that stuff. So what I think I'm gonna have to do to create a live version of Rude, which I would really like to do, and I'll probably start working on that tomorrow, is to do like a hybrid version. Like the intro section is from the version that's on the record, and then the next section is a new version, but based upon using the same samples and tracks and stuff. But yeah, it's such a shame though, because it would be so much easier to just load up the track Rude and just move the guitar parts, you know. So I'm kind of like gutted about that. I mean, I was really digging like through crazy files, like going way back in the archives, pulling up any external drive that I had in the drawer, and yeah, Italian disco. Yeah, so well, let's talk about that right now. So from a live performance aspect, some of your favorite tracks that you might have seen on live streams over the last 3-4 years, but maybe I haven't performed in a live show. Bear in mind, like, live shows is not something that I've actively pursued in any shape, way, or form, like, over the last 4 years or so, you know. It's like I do them, but it's not like my main thing. So Italian disco has always been like a favorite live stream track. Should that be included in the live set of a performance? What do you guys think? Do you like that? I like playing that track. I can't remember if I played Distorted Dreams more live in different scenarios than Italian. Wasted, yeah, Wasted is a relatively easy track as well, because it's more vibe. Yeah. What plugins are you aiming to use for the new renditions? So I actually wrote a brand new track, and part of a project that you'll see at NAMM. I should just button it right there, and that's all I should say. But that track is really, really great to perform and play, because the riff uses nunchuck with some really fun stuff on it. And then there's this awesome breakdown that uses Loomis, and then it's got the sort of afterglow cleans, and then it's into like 3 different types of solos and a couple of different styles using graphene. So it's like it's blazing through like 5 different polychrome plugins. No Sleep. That's interesting. Yeah, I'll have to check backing track versions. Also, I got some cards. What do you think? Polychrome cards. QR codes and my email address on the back. Oh, if you will. Testing those out. Good thing is the QR code's working. No Sleep and Italian disco. Okay, so that could be fun. Wasted Italian disco. Okay. Times and Storms. So Times and Storms are more of like that New Beginnings era, and I was hoping to, unless it's a masterclass scenario where like playing a track and then breaking it down, like New Beginnings, for example, would be a great track to play and perform, and then to break it down section by section, you know, in terms of like techniques. And yeah, I actually have a full bag of swag as well. Hoodies, t-shirts, long sleeves, and something else. So Luca ordered me those the other day, so that's cool. Yeah, so Alex, all I want to do in these scenarios is there'll be no controller. It'll just be push play, and I'm using a sort of tweaked version of the live stream setup, but it's all on racks, Ableton racks. So the guitar will just automatically switch to the different racks in each part of the song, and each rack will just have one plugin, one tone. So it's a very easy to tweak in terms of it's not preset switching, it's complete plugin switching. Yeah, so So that's really nice to experience, actually, in terms of just press and play and all the automation's done. Just stopping by. Hello, thanks for stopping by, CJ. Good to see you, man. You don't have to play that one, Tim can. So yeah, hopefully whilst well, that's another thing. Tim is actually coming to NAMM with me. These performances that I have scheduled, Tim won't be joining me on those. But I'm hoping, as I know a lot of guys going to NAMM as well, now that it's official that I'm headed over there, that I'll contact some of my friends, and it'd be kind of fun to do like a pop-up McRocklin Hutch thing or a jam session or something. It'll be a blast. Oh yeah, and Alex, it's like, you know, like it's so much better from a playing perspective because you just focus on the playing instead of like bank preset. Go. So all right, let's load up Tribal. No, I don't know what happened to Tribal, but anyway, I thought I had an Ableton set version of it saved, but evidently I do not. So we're gonna load up the actual backing track version and then the full version, and then we're gonna see which lines. And I haven't done any prep on this one. Like Pseudo, I had a couple of days like really revisiting those lines. I loaded the McRocklin.com lesson up. I was like, okay, show me where the fingers are. Okay. So that was helpful. Let us know we want the goods on a live, and yeah, that be, I mean, it would be great. Yeah, I'm hoping. You know, some of the brands like Fishman, for example, used to have a great stage. There would have been no problem to play the Fishman booth as a McRocklin Hutch gig. 20-minute set, 30-minute set, no problem. But they don't have a stage this year. But having said that, there's plenty of opportunities to explore, and I've just been getting everything else prepped and sorted, you know. So, when was the last time you went to NAMM, if I may ask? It must have been the last big NAMM before COVID, 2020, I believe. Yeah, and I played a bunch of performances. I think I played even Groove Gear. Boss, we had some really good shows at the Boss booth. Really nice stage, really cool. And I think on the last day, maybe I played at Kiesel. Yeah, and they didn't have a stage. But it was like very intense. Like you just ground level with everyone, and that was busy. So yeah, I think it was the last one before COVID. Probably played too many performances that year, actually. I did like maybe 2 at the Boss booth. Yeah, that would make sense, because around that time I was using the GT1000 for the Dragon Force McRocklin Hutch tour, and it did a really good job, actually, especially for that era where we didn't really have any of the polychrome stuff ready to go at that time. So it's like, it was a good solution. All right, we are looking for Tribal backing track, Tribal full track. Tribal BT, Tribal. Okay. Your studio in the, this is at home. At some point we may add an office and like some kind of production facility or something. Got some good ideas for next year for Polychrome, but the first thing is kind of adding some additional staff, which is going to be cool. Help us a lot. Okay, here we go. Okay. I'm gonna just turn them down a little bit so they're not too loud for you guys, and then we'll jump into it. You need a badge? What kind of badge? You need a badge? What kind of badge? Like a NAM badge? Okay, so that's the backing track. Okay, and that's the full track. So that line there, I think, is like the main line of the sort of song. I'm gonna I mean, for NAM, for sure. Yeah. It's like an industry sort of thing, right? So yeah, you do need a badge for that. Yeah. All right, let's load Loomis, and I think I had like a really nice. Are you guys just figuring out that you all like near each other? Did I make a preset that is tribal clean jam? Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of the type of clean. So da 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 da. Just going to turn off the grid here so I can just get to those notes. Da, da, da. Interesting. I don't remember making this melody at all, but I always liked it. Yeah, I believe this track was more of the McRocklin suite, yeah. Especially the leads and stuff, it was like, you can really hear the, some of the fusion-y type of leads that we were using at that time. Okay, so we're into the sort of main part of the track here. Now, kind of like, I think what's going to happen with this track is like, there's going to be elements which are like per the track, but I honestly, I don't know how much caffeine I'd had when I recorded this, but some of the lines are just absolutely mental. So, going into the track. Like That there is actually a guitar, the ticka-taka. And that bam is a guitar as well. But there's like a million tracks of all these little weird sounds that I was making. Right there. And that is also like all guitars. Wow. So I think in my mind, all of this is not something that you could really easily create. So you might take elements, do it some sort of jam or something. That kind of thing, you know, and it's like loosey-goosey, bit of melodic sort of funk. I love the production on this track. It's probably one of my favorites, because when you listen to this track on AirPods or a car, it's there's a lot of focus on that deep bottom end and creating the space for that. And it's not overly limited, so you have good amount of headroom. So I think we need to fire it up a little bit here and get into the more of the stuff that is recreatable. Now there's a couple of big time solo lines in this one, so I think let's aim for fusion type of lead tone, retro fusion lead. Now it needs to be a little bit more gainy than that. Sonic crunch. Too much gain. Back down the gain, back down the gate. Turn the drive off. Use some of that compressor. Less gain. Maybe a time. Yeah, more like that style. Maybe a little bit of room ambience, a little bit of spread. Yeah, more like that, a little bit less of that, a little bit more of that. Alright, let's have a listen to some of those lead lines. So not the backtrack version, the actual full version. Loomis has been my main amp lately. Oh yeah, the feel is amazing. I love Loomis. Loomis and Nunchuck, yeah. Okay. Kicking into that solo about here. Oh, it's a little bit higher gain. Okay, a little bit more gain then. Let's try a little bit of... I'll save this preset and I'll put it on the Discord. Yeah, I'll put it on the Polychrome Discord. polychromedsp.com/Discord. I will save this preset as it progresses to kind of match the vibe of this soulful type of leads. Okay, so fucking hell, man. What the hell? Okay, so that's a difficult. Whoa, popped a string, guys. I went big on the bend there. Okay, that's more challenging than I thought, actually. Oh my, yeah, I'm not sure. Oh. Also, there's a little bit less mid on the version on the track. This might be a time where I load up the original track. What I like to do when solos are like this intense is to really listen to the original take with no music, just the DIs. And it's so much easier to figure out where things are, because then you get to hear more easily, like, okay, it's this position, because you can hear it's on the B string instead of the G string at this position and so on. Oh yeah, that guitar has been absolutely hammered. So, and this one has been less hammered, so having said that, I hammered it and then put it on the rack, so I don't know how. I think that's the first time I've popped a string on a Strandberg in general. Okay, let's just pull a little bit of the mid out of that tone, because it's not super fusion-y, it is a little bit more like... between lead 2 and rhythm 1. Oh, okay, I think that's the one. So let's pull some of the filters out and just a little bit less mids. That line is so weird to play, but I like it a lot. I just can't get the muscle memory. Yeah, it's more like that. Okay. Yeah, this is shaping up to be the tribal. In fact, I'll save it now so you guys know it's definitely saved, and I'll put it on the Discord. So we'll call this tribal lead. Tribal lead it is. Okay, let's go through those lines a little bit more in detail here. I mean, that for example. It sounds like that. But then it comes out of it in a different... Yeah, that's like a 3-note per string pentatonic thing, really, isn't it? It's like, I'll zoom in a little bit. It's like... It's like that, but I don't know, it's hard to tell. Digga 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 digga. I don't know if it jumps to the D note, and then goes to the C sharp. No. It hits the C sharp. And then that last note. I don't think it's harmonic minor. It's a weird outro line though. And that last line, need a little bit less gate on those tones, so we'll adjust that. Yeah, that's a tremendously difficult solo. Yeah. I like all the synth stuff, but I think on this section here, there's a lot of opportunity to really bring the melody. So I'll probably work on a lead sort of pushed back a little bit into the distance, but really emphasizing the melody, I think. Oh yeah, and then it goes really simple, which I like. Yeah, different tone, I think. I like that, that's cool. I guess it's like you expect it to go up from the sort of heavy solo, and then it kind of comes back down. Let's try it without the track, without the guitar. I think that section probably just needs a slightly tighter tone, and maybe something like wide on as well, which I'll automate. that's kind of getting into the wah funk stuff. That's pure just silly improv, isn't it? Oh, I like that outro line though. Oh, it goes even lower. I'm keeping that. That's a keeper. Yeah, it's like pure pentatonic. So to give you guys that line, it's like... something like that. Yeah. Yeah, so I'll keep that pentatonic tap in line. I like those melodic lines, they're nice. I like that. Okay, then it goes back to the sort of hook. That's kind of nice. Okay, let's try something just jam, just random. This is a lot of section. So we could probably improv a lot of that. But I think that the point really is with that section is to have the improv, but then to remember when to go back to the hook. So it's not just like an ambient solo effects. Yeah. And then it's kind of back to the... So yeah, I think there's a lot that I like about Loomis. About Tribal, but I think it's going to be more of one of those fly by the seat of the pants. It's too too challenging to learn those lines for line for line. But I think if you get a lot of them, like especially the key ones, like the tapping pentatonics and stuff like that, and the ascending sort of arpeggio stuff, combined with the melodic lines, I think we can get a nice live balanced. Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, I'm unsure, but I think that's my reasoning. What do you guys think? What do you think? Could be like tribal, this new project track, pseudo edited, maybe Italian disco, something else. just improv the whole thing. Just go absolutely mental. One semitone out. All right, let's finish that tone a little bit more then, and we'll save that. That. Oh, Michael, are you headed over there? Are you going over that direction? Okay, let's work on just the raw version. Now we could tighten that tone up right now because it is a little bit loose, so even though we have the tight switch on the amp, we're on the vintage mode on the drive, so we flip the drive to the modern mode. Yeah, the modern mode just gives us a little bit more bite. Oh yeah, they should be, Michael. They should be, yeah. Maybe a little bit more gain. Yeah, it needs a wah. That feels nice to play though, so we've got a bit of compression. Blend it in. Let's take some of that out though. Oh, one thing I was playing around with, which I thought you'd quite like, I think it was like something like that. It was basically extending chromatics with a tap slides. Oh man, I can't remember exactly what it was, but I was like, oh, I should do that later on in the stream as a sort of breakdown. I can't remember it now. If it comes back, but the end bit was like the 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the tap. Something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was, but anyway, let's fill this tone out just a little bit, give it some more bass. I think the original one has a little bit of delay, so we'll go on the standard mode. And no repeats, just a little bit of ducking, filter it out a little bit. Okay. Sounds pretty good for a tribal low gain kind of lead sound. So, tribal. We need like a tribal low gain kind of. You know that section where it goes. We need like a real tight version of that. So let's bring the gain down a little bit. Let's take that off, the delay. And let's get that tightness from... Got tight here. Yes, it's more like that. Yeah, that works. Yeah. Thomas, how does your Fishman SIG feel compared to the SUR pickups? So the SUR pickups are actually quite hot. They have a little bit higher output actually, which sometimes is a good thing, and so I feel like it's probably like a couple of dB of difference actually. Which tonally I like, but I don't know if I like the fact that they are that much hotter in output, because I almost feel like you need to compensate the input level a tad. Like I can clip the input calibration on the polychrome plugins into the red to make it think that I need to drop like 2 or 3 dB of gain, where on these pickups I don't. And that's just a setting thing, you know, but they sound really good, and the splits are really good. It's interesting. Oh yeah, I like that. Yeah, that's a good shout as well, Chili. Yeah, tribal low gain. Cool stuff, Dad. Hello. I really like the middle position. So basically, here's the middle position, which is 2 on the McRocklin pickups. But if you pull it out, you kind of get this nice balance. It's almost like a lower humbucker with a little bit of split incorporated, but it's not like, it's not a full split. But yeah, using that secondary profile is a little bit hotter. You can hear that if I just go back. I looked at Discord a couple of times. Is it popping off? What do you mean? I'm not on Discord right now. What? I don't know if it's popping off right now. Let me load it. Anyway, those 2 presets, I'll save. Well, they already saved. I'll send them over to the Discord. It doesn't look like it's going crazy. People are on there. No one's gone wild. Some of the heavy stuff that we've had recently is not on there. Okay. Clean preset for tribal. This is what I have so far. Super compressed, but really, really nice to jam over in terms of it's got like a lot of feel. So if we just get like straight into like a jam section. Cool for like those selective picking type of lines. So I think we could have 3 presets that could work. Sumo Funk. Nope. So we have Tribal Clean. The Tribal. And low gain. Yeah, even on the low gain stuff, we can really get that. Lead sort of stuff to work. So I think I'm happy with those presets. Okay. It's kind of working. Well, I don't know how much progress we made, but at least pseudo is definitely on the cards. That sounds like it's working. I just got to cut that track down a bit. Tribal, maybe just come up with that balance, choose the sections, choose my battles, and then see if we can get a working version of Rude with as close as possible to the actual record version, but without obviously the guest solos and stuff like that. But bit of progress today. Tribal low gain live balance. That's exactly the one. Right, well, I think I'm gonna go and watch some TV. Have some dinner, some chicken. And we go. Locked In will be another one that, yeah. Good shout. Yeah, it's been definitely a bit of a change of pace for sure. I don't know, obviously right now, like people probably shopping like crazy on the weekend, and especially in the States. I went to Metro Center. Metro Center on Friday. No, a couple of days ago. Town yesterday. Oh my god, it was chaos. Crazy. Absolutely just like chocker. Couldn't get moved. I was like, oh, this ain't for me. You having some bacon? Get all of the meats. Yeah. What a great stream. Missed the restring chats. Oh, looks like I need to do a little bit of restringing on the Blue Strandberg. Gonna get some. I'm gonna try the NX sorry, the XS Daddario coated strings, I think, on that one. Got a couple of packets of those that need to be used, so I'm gonna try those ones. Christmas hype is crazy everywhere. Yeah, it's just absolutely mental. But fair play though, you know, people out doing their things. But yeah, I'm really excited by the portable the recording sort of rig with a phone. Just a couple of little devices like this. Get the iPhone plugged into it with the Blackmagic LUTs, bang, straight out in 4K with just like that and an audio interface and some wireless mics. Should be good. It is chaos out there right now. Chaos everywhere. Anyway, thanks for hopping on, guys. I know it's an unusual day. It's an unusual time, but some of the regulars, it is lovely to have a bit of a chin wag and a bit of a chat here. And I'll keep you guys posted on what's what with the upcoming performances and stuff at NAMM, as well as some of the McRocklin Hutch stuff. And Troll, lovely to see you. Sean, everyone else. Some people have longer usernames and no name showing up. It's a bit weird, isn't it? Only the usernames. You used to get both. You used to get the username and the name. You can change the game. Yeah, definitely feeling a bit better than I was yesterday. Man, I came in yesterday, probably because like town was so chaotic, and we walked there as well. And then did a bunch of walking whilst we're in town and stuff like that, and then I got back. I was just like, well, I'm going to bed. I'm like, oh, so spaced out. Yeah. It's also on YouTube as well, right? Okay. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I see that, chills. Anyway, guys, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys on the Discord real soon. And don't forget, check out the Polychrome stuff over on the website. The winter sale is continuation from the Black Friday sales. And enjoy, and I'll see you guys back here real soon. Have a good one. Cheers, folks, and goodbye.